Namibians will be casting their votes today in the presidential and National Assembly elections. The governing party is facing a tough election challenge from opposition parties that include the Popular Democratic Movement and Independent Patriots for Change. The Electoral Commission in Namibia says it is ready and all the hurdles have been removed, including the staffing concerns for polling stations. In the streets of Windhoek, Namibians have shared their expectations. This is one of the most challenging elections for the governing party, SWAPO. It is now up to the electorate to decide who will lead the country for the next 5 years. So for more on today's elections in Namibia, let's speak to SABC News' international editor, Sophie Mokoena. She's at the Hoogenhout Primary School in Windhoek. Sophie, when we last spoke, you were talking about how long the queues were, and lots of people are coming out, and voter turnout is one of the big stories and deciding factors in these elections. So from the early onset, looks like lots of people are coming.
Yes, indeed, the long queues behind me, and people are determined to make their voices heard by casting their ballots, and therefore we spoke to some of them. They pointed out that the main issue here is unemployment, but also talking about critical issues such as how do you ensure that the minerals or the resources that are available in this country with such a small population do benefit ordinary people. Earlier on, we saw the vice president of this country going into a polling station, and we immediately spoke to her. And my question centered around the discovery of oil and gas and hydrogen in this country. You know that when you look at countries such as the DRC, the discovery of minerals there are not necessarily benefiting the ordinary people in those countries. You look at the Central African Republic, you have a similar issue. When you look at West Africa, Niger, Burkina Faso, and other countries in the West where we saw the coups, it was based on the fact that you have minerals in those countries and they don't benefit ordinary people. But now with the new young leadership, even though they came not in the democratic way, they are trying to turn the situation around. And I spoke to the VP about that issue. She pointed out that this is something that they are paying attention to. Let's take a listen at what she had to say about beneficiation.
We know we are part of the global village. We know that even in our manifesto, we are calling for foreign direct investment. But what we are saying is that we have to put up the laws that to make sure that in terms of balance, in terms of benefit, there should be a balance to make sure that the Namibian people who are the owners of these resources, they benefit from them. Also the investor, we know that private sector.
So Sophie, we can hear some of the issues and the issues around the private sector and what people are hoping for to come out of this. But from what you're hearing and what you're seeing, it seems that everything is going smooth. There haven't been any reports coming in of disruptions. And at one stage, I know that the electoral officers had embarked on a bit of a strike, but that seems to be sorted. So as it stands right now, everything calm, everything going according to plan from what you're hearing?
The Electoral Commission in this country had to push back in terms of misinformation. As you know, that we live in an age where social media can be very good, but also very bad in terms of misinformation, particularly as political parties are contesting for votes and for space and for attention, and therefore they had to have a media briefing very late last night to explain some of the decisions. But talking about things running smoothly, yes, indeed, things are running smooth. I'm going to step out of the shot. I'll show you the queues, and that is an indication that things are running smooth. And as you can see, quite long queues, and many people standing in queues. I don't know whether they can talk to me. You came very early. Are you determined to vote?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Make for vote for change.
And also you are here very early. And you are very patient. Very, very patient, I can see, waiting. Yes, yes, the queues are very, very long, I must say, Leanne. And I think it is an indication that people do want to make their, voices heard. Back to you in studio, Leanne.
Thank you. Thanks. Mam Sophie is following the Namibian elections for us. Polls are open, voting is underway, and we'll keep you posted on that one.